Hey guys, Patricia here. Thank you for tuning into my channel. My intent for this video is to talk about actors who are just getting involved in the industry. These young, up-and-coming, fresh out of high school maybe, or even college, and you decided, I want to be an actor. I'm going for my passion. Number one is find out who you are. Number one. You have to find out who you are truly inside and out. If you have to see a therapist, go see a therapist. Literally, you have to find out what makes you tick. You know, what is your problem? Why do you do the things you do? Why do you like things? You know, discover who you are. Number one thing as a brand new actor, as an actor, you have to know who you are. Number one. Number two, read plays, biographies, and watch movies, classic movies, those black and white movies that made Steve McQueen a star, that made Marilyn Monroe or Faye Dunaway, you know, all these great movies. You gotta tap into that. And you know, by watching these movies and watching great actors act, you pick up on things and you pick on their instincts. It's all instinctual. And to me, that's what the art, read, study, get into an acting class as well. You know, it takes a lot of hard work to do this, to do and be an artist. It takes working on yourself, number one, taking care of yourself, like inside and out, physically, mentally, soulfully, right? Because you have to be resilient to the negatives, to all the no's out there. And you know what? A no is not a no until they say no in your face, by the way. So you gotta be strong. And so you got to work on that self-esteem. You got to work on your believing in yourself. And you have to work on manifesting what you want, no matter what it is in this life. In your life, one life. You have this one life. And you have choices. So, for those new actors that I met at this industry event a couple of months ago, and you've I mean, I could have sat with you for hours to tell you all of the stuff, but I didn't have the time. So this is why I'm sharing this with you, for you brand new actors, you beautiful, bushy-tailed, gorgeous actors out there that are fresh and that are new. Please, number one, start on yourself. Number one. Number two, read. Watch movies, okay? Biographies. Read plays. Get into an acting class, okay? Boom. First thing. Another thing is you have to have a great headshot, right? This is your calling card. You, no one else, not your dog, not your cat, just you. And you want to make sure that your eyes are portraying the foundational essence of what makes who you are, right? Your strength. In each shot, you could be telling a different story. You could be telling a different essence of yourself. You know, putting all the different costumes and wardrobes, yes, it's gonna help, but it's what this is saying, and it all comes out in the eyes. So, get a great headshot. 2008, I was here in LA. And that's when I didn't really know anything. I was one of these newbies, you know, non-union, fresh off the boat from the East Coast. And so no one told me this. Like, nobody sat me down and was like, you need to work on yourself because there's gonna be a lot of rejection here. You gotta be strong and all, you know. So this is why I wanna give this to you guys, okay? So, get that headshot, Have your different looks that you see yourself playing on television. Watch TV and see what's out there. Watch Netflix. What kind of shows do you see yourself doing? What's in your wheelhouse? If you're a character actor, great. That's even better. Oh my gosh. There's a lot of Marvel movies out there. Show it in your headshot. All right, once you get your headshot, boom, 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 you have to have a resume. So that's where you're going to put all of your experiences. You're gonna put your, I should actually have an example. I'll have an example next time. You'll have your film credits, any student projects, anything you've done in high school, it doesn't matter. Theater, modeling, at this point, just put what you've done. And then, boom, you have to show proof, right? So you have to have a demo reel. And so you have your demo reel of the project that you worked on correlating to your resume, right? Goes hand in hand, okay? So let's say I'm at an event and I meet Jessica. Jessica's 18, gorgeous, beautiful, and she's like, yeah, I'm pursuing this whole acting thing. And I'm like, really great. You know what? I really love your look. I'm writing something right now. Do you have a headshot? And she goes, as a matter of fact, I do. Perfect. Send it to me, email it to me. It needs to be in your phone. It needs to be ready to go, updated along with a demo reel, inserted into the email with a link so I can just click on it and be like, boom, there it is. Okay, I don't want to download anything. I just want to click on it and boom. Vimeo, you can upload it to Vimeo, YouTube, okay? WeTransfer if you want to do it that way. That's fine. So be ready to be ready to be ready. That's the whole thing. You could be broke, homeless, living in a ditch one day as an actor, and you get an audition, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna do this last audition, and then I'm done, and then I'm gonna go find a real job, right? So you go, and lo and behold, you book it. Dreams come true, you sign your contract, it's a 7-year deal. You have all this money coming in. So you have to be ready for that. Like, you have to be ready to be, are you ready? Are you mentally ready for the long hours on set? Are you physically ready? Are you emotionally ready? You have to be ready to be ready to be ready. Acting, it may seem simple and easy to the eye when you're watching it. And, you know, all this publicity and the red carpet, you know, that's not what it's about. It's the craft. But in order to perform the craft, you got to work on the roots, right? The roots of the craft, and that's you. So that's why I wanted to share this with you guys. All my new up-and-coming beautiful actors out there who I love to meet at events. I want to share this with you because when I talk to you, no one's telling you this stuff. Like, no one really knows when you're 18 or 19, and then you're struggling and you're getting down on yourself and you're getting depressed, and then you're drinking, and then you're popping pills and you're sleeping all day, and it's a rabbit hole that you just spiral into because you have to be strong in this industry. This industry will eat you up and spit you out in a heartbeat, okay? So that's what I'm saying, you guys. All my beautiful, lovely, up-and-coming actors that I've met out there, I am sharing this with you because I care about you, and I want to see you succeed, and I want to see you happy and grow and be full of joy, right? Living your passion and living your dream. You guys, I'm going to end it here. I think I said enough. I'm going on 16 minutes right now, and so I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. And I'm gonna have some more great valuable information for you to jot down, put it in your memory bank. And yeah, so believe in yourself, love yourself, guys. And know that you're worthy of everything out there that you want. And this is something that I had to learn for myself. I grew up, I'm not gonna cry. My father had PTSD. So, you know, my household was very strict. There was a regiment. I mean, my showers were timed. I could not date. You know, it was very, very structured. But I mean, I love my dad. And he didn't know he had PTSD because it comes in different forms and shapes and sizes. Like, certain things just happen, you know? And back then, there wasn't a lot of help within the military to support those people that suffered with PTSD. So I grew up protected, which is great, fantastic, sheltered, not having any type of decision-making skills, really very naive in believing everybody was good. And people are good, but then I couldn't discern. You know what I mean? I had to learn this along my journey and through my life. And, you know, I'm glad that I grew up the way that I did, because I wouldn't be the person that I am now. So I don't have any regrets. And I know my father was only doing what he knew how to do to raise his kids in the way that he knew how. So at any rate, I'll talk about PTSD another time. That could be another topic. And if anybody wants to leave any comments, you know, we can definitely share more. I actually did a short film, my first experimental short film about PTSD. Yeah, I think it's on my Vimeo channel, somewhere out there, called Blink. Yeah, that was my first experimental one. So it was very therapeutic for me, actually. What was I getting at? So, okay. For me, as someone who has experienced not knowing how to make my own decisions, I would literally be at a drive-through at like Hardee's or Taco Bell, and I couldn't decide what I wanted. I couldn't make up my mind. A simple fast food menu, and there's cars backed up, and I'm just like, because I was controlled. You know, you get controlled as far as like what you're gonna eat, what you're gonna do, blah, 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 blah. So I had to learn to find myself, and that's what I'm saying. It's important for us, especially as actors, to do that, because, you know, trust me, it was difficult. And my moods started depending on whether I got an audition or not. My moods started depending if I got a callback or not. My mood, like my life, my being was depending on the industry. And that was it was terrible. It was horrific. And I started realizing this. I'm like, what the heck is going on? Like, what? So that's why, you know, I had to figure out who I was. And I know that actors, we tend to be in this business because of our background, and we need to express ourselves. Some people may do it because they want or need some type of validation, but really you don't need validation from anyone. I mean, for me, I think I was searching validation years ago when I was younger, like in my 20s, because I didn't have that when I was growing up. You know, I didn't have someone say, you know, you did a really, really great job and I'm proud of you at a young age. Like my child, it wasn't there. And so when you're missing certain essential needs as a child or adolescent, trust me, you're gonna kind of be messed up in your 20s, you know, maybe even 30s. So that's what I'm saying. Nobody's perfect, no family is perfect, but honing in on who you are, honing in on your life and what makes you tick and how to be a strong person is number one and key. I only wish you well, I wish you success, and I wish you joy. And so until next time, my friends,